Today we are gathered to celebrate the graduation of Class 21-007. For the past 3 weeks, these NCOs have learned leadership, counseling, coaching, mentoring, Army writing, critical thinking, and problem solving to prepare them as leaders in their respective recruiting and retention battalions. Our guest speaker for this morning's ceremony is Master Sergeant Jason Arrell. Master Sergeant Jason Arrell is a 79 Tango Recruiting and Retention Section Chief, currently serving in Farmington Hills, Michigan. He is in charge of a recruiting team for the Michigan Army National Guard in Southeast Michigan. Master Sergeant Arrell has served in the Cavalry Squadron, Field Artillery, and has been serving as a Michigan Army National Guard Recruiting and Retention Battalion since December of 2011. Master Sergeant Arrell is currently the Section Chief for Bravo Company, Det 4, Michigan Army National Guard Recruiting and Retention Battalion. Master Sergeant Arrell has deployed to Kuwait and Iraq and has several deployments in country in support of natural disaster relief and humanitarian aid in Texas, Kansas, Florida, and Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, Master Sergeant Arrell.
Good morning. Good morning, class 21-007. I'm excited to be here to share this moment with you. I'd like to thank the staff for having me. Thank you. As Sergeant Faulkner said, I'm currently recruiting section chief in Michigan. I graduated 79 Tango course back in 2015. I can tell you my instructors had a lasting impression on me. Over 6 years ago, I still use the lessons that I've learned in that class today. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. You are embarking on a leadership level that has fewer peers and more responsibility. Whether you're headed back to your state as a production recruiter, team leader, station commander, platoon sergeant, L&O, RCCC, the words senior leader have a different meaning now, and the difference is you. Maybe you're already serving in a senior leader role, but you are that NCO now. You are that person that's going to step up and step in. I have 5 things that I'd like to share with you that have helped me through my journey as an NCO, and hopefully you can take something away from them as well. Number 1, take care of your soldiers. That's what all leaders at all levels do. We take care of our soldiers. Now, that doesn't mean give them everything they want and be nice to them necessarily. In fact, it might mean the opposite. Taking care of your soldiers means leading them to success. Ensure that they learn from their mistakes and their failures. Challenging them to become the best versions of themselves. Pushing them to their limits and making sure you pick them up when they crash. Number 1, always take care of your soldiers. Number 2, be the subject matter expert. Always know what you're talking about. And if you don't, be willing to learn. As senior leaders, we have to adapt more so than a private coming into the Army. Why, you ask? Because things that were done 10 to 15 years ago, the way that we did it, might be done differently now. Always be willing to learn what that new way of doing something is. Be excited to learn something new as well. And make sure you learn it better than everybody else. Number 2, be the subject matter expert. Number 3, keep your word. As a senior leader, your word means a lot more than it did as a buck sergeant. In fact, it's almost gospel. What you say and do will reflect your leadership style. So make it something worth reflecting. Have that lasting impact on your seniors, peers, and subordinates. And you'll have that impact through your actions and your words. Articulate exactly what you expect from your teams and each member of that team. Always do what you say you're going to do. Be decisive, direct, impactful, and trustworthy. Number 3, keep your word. Number 4, don't forget where you came from. Every enlisted senior leader started as an E4 or below. You worked to get to where you are today, and now you're headed back as senior leaders in charge of those up-and-coming junior soldiers, and NCOs. Don't forget what you went through to get to where you are today. They may be going through a lot of the same things that you did, and you've already lived that experience. Help them through that. Excuse me. You've already lived that experience. It's up to you to use the experience to coach, counsel, and mentor your soldiers and juniors and NCOs. Make them better. Improve their situation. Be that servant leader that has focus, determination, and gets the job done. And also make everyone better around you. Number 4, don't forget where you came from. Number 5, have fun leading. Yes, I said it. Have fun leading. It is a demanding task, and you're never going to make everybody happy. You're going to be faced with a lot of decisions that you're going to have to make on the fly. You are going to make mistakes, and you will be faced with adversity. You will have to give, quote, the business to your subordinates, and you're going to get the business from your senior leaders as well. But if the occasion presents itself, have fun. Have fun working with your soldiers and NCOs. Have fun during team building events. Encourage your soldiers and NCOs to have fun working as well. You'll need to keep your teams on task and hold them accountable to the goals and missions that you're assigned, but have fun doing it. Make work competitive amongst each other, and always work to be successful, because successful is fun. Number 5, have fun leading. So, Class 21-007, I challenge you to be the SME and the go-to guy or gal. I challenge you to take what you've learned here and apply it when you get home. Most of all, I challenge you to lead and improve your organizations. Don't forget to have fun while you're doing it. So here's to you, Class 21-007. Thank you for stepping up. You're the next best generation of leaders. Go cultivate a positive work environment. Challenge and hold your subordinates accountable through coaching, counseling, and mentorship. Find their motivation and use it all to accomplish your team's mission and goals. Whether it's recruiting, retention, or attrition management, I'm confident that you will get it done. Ensure you have the right mindset and continue to challenge yourself while you make those around you better. Lastly, before I let you go, I want to thank the PEC NCOA staff and leadership for having me. Being a guest speaker at one of these graduations has always been something I wanted to do. I do have to give a special shout out to a couple instructors, Sergeant First Class Larson, Sergeant First Class Dickerson. Both are from Michigan, and early on in my recruiting career, it pushed me to be the best version of myself. They continue to represent themselves in Michigan very well, and I want to say thank you to you both. Congratulations, Class 21-007. Your future awaits you. I'm proud of your accomplishment, and get it done. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Sergeant Arrell, for those encouraging words.